Okay, today's video is on elimination, which is a way to solve systems of equations. There's three ways that we could do it. We could either use graphing, which is the hardest way, substitution, or elimination. And I find elimination to be actually one of the easiest ways to solve a system. And when you're solving a system, remember, you're just finding the xy point where the lines meet. All right, sometimes you can't get no solution or infinite solutions, but for now, let's just talk about a regular elimination problem. So first, elimination, we're trying to make two of the variables similar. So either our x's or y's similar, but opposite. So we can cancel them out when we add the equations together. So for our first case, made it really easy. If we just add these two equations together, we know our y's are going to cancel out. So let's go ahead and do that. We add the two equations straight down. 3x plus negative x, same as 3x minus x, is 2x. Our y's cancel, equals 12 plus 0 is 12. And then you solve that like a regular equation. So here, we just divide by 2 on both sides, and that's going to give us the x value. All right, so x equals 6. Now we take that and we plug it into either equation, and that's going to give us our y value. Whichever equation looks easier. Since this one has 0 and smaller numbers, we'll use that. We have negative x plus 2y equals 0. Plug in x equals 6. So negative 6 plus 2y equals 0. And then solve it. First we have to get rid of the other term. To do that we add 6 to both sides. That's going to give us 2y equals 6. And then finally divide by 2. So y equals 3. And then we just found our coordinate point. X is 6, y is 3. So the answer is 6, 3. Now sometimes it's going to be a little bit harder because you have to finagle the equations to make sure something cancels out. Right here we just had negative 2y plus 2y. We know those canceled out when we add them together. Here, that's not the case. So what you do is you pick the easier variable to cancel out. 2 and 3 both go into 6, but 10 and 5 both go into 10. So it would be easier to cancel out the y's because we only have to multiply this equation by something to make our y's cancel out. So we need these to be opposites. So positive 10, this has to be negative 10. So we just have to multiply this by 2. And then we'll rewrite the system. Okay? So the system becomes, we'll rewrite the first equation, 2x plus 10y equals 4. And if we multiply this by 2, we get negative 6x minus 10y equals negative 2, or 2 times negative 16 is negative 32. Now we can add them together. And that's going to cancel out our y's, so we can add, or solve for the x's. So we have 2x minus 6x is negative 4x. Those cancel, equals 4 minus 32 is negative 28. Solving for x, so we divide by negative 4. Negative 28 divided by negative 4 gives us x equals 7. And then we plug that into our one of our first equations, and that'll give us our y value. So plug it into the first one. It was 2x plus 10y equals 4. We're just plugging in x equals 7. So 2 times 7 plus 10y equals 4. 2 times 7 is 14. Plus 10y equals 4. And then solve it like you usually would. Minus 14. That's going to give us 10y equals 4 minus 14 is negative 10. Then we divide by 10. So y equals negative 1. So x is 7, y is negative 1, so we get a coordinate point 7 comma negative 1 is our answer. Okay, 2 more examples. Next one, remember we are trying to cancel out either the x's or y's by making them similar. Alright? They have to be opposites. We know 2 and 3 both go into 6, so one's going to have to be negative 6, one's going to have to be positive 6. So say we wanted to cancel out the x's in this one. We know 2 and 3 both go into 6, so we'd have to multiply this one by 3 and this one by 2. They already do have opposite signs, so we don't have to worry about the signs. So if we do that, the first equation turns into, alright, we can call this equation 1 and this equation 2. First equation turns into 3 times negative 2x is negative 6x. 3 times negative 3y is negative 9y equals 15, because we're just distributing the 3. And the second equation turns into 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times negative 2y is negative 4y equals 2 times negative 14 is negative 28. And then we add them up. Now we know we were trying to cancel out the x's, and we did. Those go away. Negative 9y minus 4y is negative 13y equals negative 28 plus 15, or 15 minus 28 is negative 13 as well. So, last step, we divide by negative 13. And we get y equals 1. Alright, so that's our y value. Now we pick either equation, plug that in, and find the x value. Doesn't matter which one you pick. So we'll just take the first equation. Negative 2x minus 3y equals 5. And we're plugging in 1 for the y. So that's going to become negative 2x minus 3 times 1 equals 5. Now we know that's just 3. So since we're minusing 3, we could just add 3 to get rid of it. So we get negative 2x equals 8, and then divide by negative 2. Divide by negative 2. So x equals negative 4. Okay? So x equals, which gives us our answer. X is negative 4, y is 1. Negative 4, comma 1. And the last one, same thing. Just look for the easier thing to cancel out. And then multiply the equation by whatever you need, and then solve. So that has a fraction there. So let's deal with the x's. We know we have negative 1 and 3. They both go into 3. So we have to make them opposites as well. Well, we already have that. One's negative, one's positive. So all we're going to do is multiply the second equation by 3. And then add them up. So we have, drop the first equation down. Call this first equation, this is the second equation. First equation, I'm just dropping down. 3x minus 4y equals 8. Second equation, after we multiply by 3, 3 times negative x is negative 3x. 3 times 4/3, 3 times 4 is 12, divided by 3 is 4. Or you can just cancel out 3's, so plus 4y equals 2 times 3 is 6. And then we add them up. 3x minus 3x, that's 0. Negative 4y plus 4y is 0 equals 8 plus 6 is 14. So we get 0 equals 14. Now, when all of your letters cancel out, you have nothing to solve for. So therefore, you're going to have one of two things, either infinite solutions or no solutions. We know 0 never equals 14. So therefore, this is no solution. And remember, if you get something like 5 equals 5. Or 0 equals 0. That's infinite solutions. So take note of that. And that's all I have for today.